Ragazzi di OGAE Italy, ciao a tutta Italia, eccoci qua. Stasera si va in Ucraina, ci andiamo solo con Skype perché d'altronde non possiamo prendere un volo per andarci. Abbiamo qui metà dei OGAE. Hi Kateryna, hi Taras.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Due to coronavirus restrictions, we only can have half of the band, but we are really happy about this. We would like, first of all, to say hello to the two other members here, Didenchuk and Ivan Hrihoryak.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Unfortunately, they are in other cities right now, so only two of us are.
Okay, but we will see you all together next year in Eurovision. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope this situation will be solved soon. Okay, so let's start with our questions. This is a very, very interesting interview because you are a peculiar band. Kateryna, you have dealt with folklore since you were born. You are an author, a songwriter, choir director, while Taras, you play keyboards, percussions, and you know how to harmonize different instruments. So let us know, how did you meet and how was the idea of the OGAE project born?
Well, actually, we've met about 8 years ago. So at first, Project OGAE was strictly instrumental, but then I thought that will be a good idea for one song to find a female singer who sings Ukrainian folklore. Just it left it in my mind, and I thought it would be a great idea. So I started searching, and I found Kate. So we tried one song. It worked very well as we thought, and we started to search the internet for other such bands, like combining electronic music and folklore. We almost haven't found anything, and we were pretty much surprised why nobody had done such things before. So we thought it will be a good idea to continue with this idea. So we started to write more songs.
Okay, and I know you have taken part in many international music festivals. So what were you expecting from Eurovision? I bet you thought of it very differently as from other festivals.
Actually, I can't refer to Eurovision as a festival itself. So it's more like a way to show new faces, new bands, new performers. So, of course, it's a contest, but, you know, it's sometimes it's not very important who won or who took second or third or fourth place. So just to see new faces, to see just artists and bands who are in a way or another unavailable just worldwide on the internet or radio or television, and Eurovision gives such an opportunity. Well, yeah. And actually, when we started to play at festivals abroad, in Poland, for example, we saw that European people in Europe, they like our music, despite that they don't understand the lyrics. Because we sing in Ukrainian, Kate sings in Ukrainian, but we were very welcome at the festivals we played at, and it gives us an idea that this music can be popular in Europe also.
So you had, as you won the national selections for the Eurovision, you had absolutely no temptation of translating the lyrics into English.
Well, of course, we translated the lyrics so that people who don't speak Ukrainian could understand it. But we didn't want, and we don't want to sing another language because we are fond of Ukrainian culture. We refer to ourselves as to retranslators of Ukrainian culture. So, and we want the whole world to hear it, to hear Ukrainian music, Ukrainian folk.
Oh, this is wonderful because we love the sound of the Ukrainian language, and I think it is much more interesting than hearing always the same English language.
Wow.
And we want to know your culture as well. We were in Ukraine in 2015 for the Eurovision, so we know something about Ukraine. Okay, but in the Eurovision Song Contest, some people think that there is a certain type of song which is suitable for the Eurovision Song Contest. I mean, the kind of song in which you, okay, nice song, you dance, and so on. And your song, sure, is something different. When they proposed you to enter the national selection, did you say yes straight away, or did you just think about it?
Well, for us, it was like another contest. So let's give it a try, or something like that. And at first, when we started to write a song for national selection, we started to think like, okay, so what are the music trends for now? What are Eurofans listening to? And we tried to do something, but then we realized, okay, so we're trying to do something like that, but it's not what our fans like us for. So we just tried to be ourselves, and that's it.
Yeah,
When we wrote our song for national selection.
That's wonderful, really wonderful. And Solovey, it means nightingale.
Yeah.
And okay, we know that the song is about a woman, not about a bird. I think Kate wrote this about some personal experience. Is it so?
Well, unfortunately, Kate is not a fluent English speaker, so I'll translate it.
Okay. Never mind.
Окей, so мається на увазі про текст пісні, що це твій personal experience, чи ти про себе писала?
Yes.
Okay, so in a way, the lyrics are Kate's personal experience, but and the lyrics at first, they were an interpretation of the original Ukrainian folk song. Then we realized that according to the rules of Eurovision, we cannot sing Ukrainian like folk songs, so we need to write our lyrics. And so Kate took the folk song and she adapted it just to her personal feelings. So actually, at first, the original folk song was quite sad, you know. So the girl that the song was about, she like ended badly. It was ended badly for her in the lyrics. But in our version, it's quite opposite. So the girl was very much in love, but still she stayed clear-minded, and she thought that, okay, so I'm in love, but that doesn't matter because I can do what I want, what's good for me.
Yes. Oh, good. Okay, your voice, Kate, is quite unique, quite particular. Do you use a particular singing technique?
Чи використовуєш якусь спеціальну техніку?
Да, можна сказати, що мене навчила так співати моя бабушка. І я вивчаю фольклор і беру цей вокал, і якби наслідувала від наших пращурів.
Okay, so it's really native Ukrainian folk voice technique. So Kate says that at first she learned this technique from her grandmother. When she was a child, her grandmother sang to her like lullabies and so on, in not just some popular songs, but very archaic folk songs that she knew. And Kate loved it very much, so she tried to do like something similar. And in years, she studied folklore. She started folklore singing at the university, and it was like it's just the whole life to her.
Yes.
Like she studies folklore and she sings this folk technique the whole her life.
Oh my God, wonderful. I think everybody would like a grandmother like hers. Okay, so you, Kate, is also a choir director. Wow, this is wonderful. And what kind of music do they perform in the choir she's directing?
Let me translate that. Що ви співаєте в хорі? Яку музику, що ви робите?
Народні пісні і українські пісні з сучасних авторів і українську класику.
Okay, so it's like also folk songs, then some traditional popular songs and Ukrainian classics.
It's very nice to me because I understand some of the words that
Yeah, but actually it's not just a choir. It's a choir of old people, so with the age from 65 to 95.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
Wonderful. It must be great fun to direct the choir. and I know that Kate is also working on a solo project.
Yeah. Що ти працюєш над сольним проектом?
Yes.
Would you like to say something about that?
Sure.
Yes, it's project name Monogate. And music in still trip hop.
No, it's like a trip hop style music.
Yes.
More melancholic.
And when do you think it will be ready?
Huh?
When do you think more or less it will be ready?
Коли це буде готово?
Зараз працюємо.
Okay, actually Kate already released one song. You can find it on iTunes.
Two songs.
Two songs? Oh,
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Two songs, and right now she's working on the third one.
Yes.
Okay, so we will look for your song in iTunes. Wow, this is wonderful because
and you'll find everything.
Yes.
Oh, great. Wonderful because I'm really dying to hear some Ukrainian music. As I told you, I love your language and her voices, particular. Okay. And just out of curiosity, do you know any Italian music?
Modern or just any?
Any.
Luciano Pavarotti.
Maybe you'll say like it's a cliche, but it's real. It's for real. I very much like Kateryna Celentano.
Oh,
and there's one song where he sings "I love you" in different languages.
Great.
Yeah,
but
like 30 or 40 years old song, but still.
But it's not a cliche, it's a classic, I think. Yeah.
Well, and actually, 10 years ago when I played in a rock band, I was fond of several Italian rock bands. There's a band called Rhapsody with a guitar player Luca Torelli.
Oh my God! I think we must be the only two people to know this band.
You see?
I can't believe this. Oh God! That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You made my day.
I'm glad.
And Okay, and apart from Italian music, what are your favorite singers, band, international ones?
Well,
Oh.
yeah, we can write just many pieces of paper with that. It's like hundreds of songs, hundreds of well, I don't know. Just to pick one. Can you pick one? Можеш щось одне назвати?
No.
So she can. Well, actually.
100 maybe.
Well, actually, our music preferences, mine and Kate's, are quite different. So everybody in the band listens to absolutely different music. So Kate likes more like meditative, melancholic music. I like more energetic, more powerful music. So for example, no, just a small example. Okay, so
я назву, да?
Here you go.
Radiohead, Sigur Rós, and Lamb, Massive Attack, Tricky, Sia.
Oh,
okay. My turn. Okay, just for you to compare. For me, it's like Pendulum, The Prodigy, Metallica.
But I like it too.
Well,
I like it too.
but you like Radiohead more.
Yes.
So I think if we'll ask our guitarist Ivan or our Igor, I think they will name also just a lot of absolutely different bands or singers. So we just fond of music, of almost any kind of music. So we don't divide the music by styles. We divide it by whether we like it or not.
Wow, that's wonderful. And you can harmonize everything together.
That's what we're doing, actually.
I know that you also use lots of different musical instruments, typical Ukrainian instruments. Well, that will be very interesting to hear, to see next year, because I think it is an enrichment to music, not always playing the same instrument, but introducing different elements. So congratulations, because you do really wonderful things.
Thank
wonderful.
You. Thank you.
So much.
Well, actually, I can say that about all the world instruments we use. I think if the instrument, like for example, some ethnic drum, for example, if it was invented like hundreds or thousands years ago, if it's still here and people play it, it means that this instrument means something. It gives some emotions or energy. So why not to use it?
Great. Before this year, did you know about Eurovision? Did you follow it sometimes, or was it something completely new to you?
Of course we did. Of course we followed Eurovision. Maybe not every song every year, but still, like I already said, Eurovision is a great opportunity to hear new bands, new artists. For example, 2012, Swedish singer Loreen. She won Eurovision in 2012, and from that time, me and Kate, we became her fans. We like her music and her songs very much, and we still listen to them. It's wonderful. So she we like that she doesn't. She's not afraid of musical experiments with different vocal techniques, with different musical genres, and so on and so on. So because right now. 90% of music is just pop, and it's quite similar to each other. Mm-hmm. And there are some performers, some artists that are not afraid to do something different, and Loreen is one of them. So we like her very much, her music.
And about the Ukrainian entries, is there one you particularly liked in all those years?
Well, I like Jamala, who won Eurovision in 2016. What about you?
Именно участники Eurovision?
Yeah.
I like... I don't know.
Well, I'm fond of the guy who made music for Jamala's song. I'm aware of many of his projects, and I admire like what he does to different instruments, synthesizers, and so on. So maybe that's why I like the song.
Well, okay. And Jamala deserved a victory because her song was amazing, and he has a great voice. Very different from Kate's, but a great voice as well. Okay, so we hope we'll see you next year. You have been confirmed, which is great because I think that you deserved it, and just fair. So you have 1 year to write another great song. Yeah, I think there's plenty of time. And okay, so apart from that, what are your, and apart from Kate's solo project, what are you going to do in the next future when this emergency is over? I mean, when the thing with the virus is over?
Well, first of all, we want to give a big thank you to all our fans who voted for us at the national selection. So we want to make concerts not only just in big cities or towns in Ukraine, but in small villages. If it were possible, we would make a concert in every town in Ukraine just to look people in the eyes and say thank you. And we'll do our best to make as many concerts in Ukraine as is possible. And of course, we want to do some concerts or maybe a tour if it will be possible in Europe, because we saw that European people liked our song. We saw just tons of positive comments on the social networks about our song, and I think it's we just need to pack our instruments and play for everybody.
And I hope we will see you in Italy. Well, if you come to Italy, I'll be the first one to buy the ticket.
That'd be great.
No, this is sure. This is sure. Well, unless you go to Sicily and I'm too far away. Well, you know, Italy is very long, so you know. Okay, so the interview is about to end. We are really happy to have had this chat with you. And we would like you to say hello to our friends in Italy and to our friends at OGAE Italy.
Я их всегда кажу в конце, да?
Okay. So again, thank you for listening to our song. We hope that we'll meet in person in a year on Eurovision 2021. We just can't wait to do that. Well, and what can we say more? Love your country, love your culture, love your language, love your music, because every folk is unique, and Italian music is awesome. So, and we hope that you'll be able to hear our music when we will come with concerts to you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Grazie a tutti, and we hope we will see you soon. We will see you next year.
Thank you.
Bye.
From Ukraine with love.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.